I keep hearing people, you know, since the J-Rock fight, you know, and now yesterday, why are the Charlos so uptight? Why are they talk so much? Why are they just angry? Why are they putting up with this? Why are they where they are? I just don't understand it. Oh. I heard that shit since the J-Rock fight. And I'm hearing that shit now after the motherfucking Erickson Lubin fight, you know. And people act like, you know, they don't know what's going on. This is your boy CJ Goodfellow back with the boxing clinic. Y'all know what it is. Capping the night off, man. We're gonna have some boxing tomorrow as well. Next week, you know, just real Corrales. He's fighting his second time in the United States next week on HBO. And a good one between Andrade and Alantez Fox. And then you got the World Boxing Super Series tournament in Newark, New Jersey, excuse me. For the cruiserweight thing, but you know, people don't understand the Charlos though. It's not that they just being, you know, disrespectful to their opponents because, you know, they not doing nothing that's not being done upon to them, you know. And people act like they don't follow the build up, you know. You know, people act like they didn't hear Julius J-Rock, you know, calling Jermell Charlo scared, you know, saying why he putting the fight off so long. Oh, he's scared. Oh, he this, he that. You know, J-Rock ran his mouth the whole time the fight was supposed to happen. You know, not knowing Jermall Charlo, the twin that didn't fight yesterday, that's at middleweight, had to have LASIK eye surgery. You know, he got a medical clearance from the IBF to have LASIK eye surgery before they fight. When actually he said he couldn't really make the weight no more. He struggled to make the weight. He said making the weight was taking a toll on his body at 154. And, you know, he came back specifically for Julian J-Rock Williams because he was talking that cash shit when he would have, you know, he could have dropped the belt and went up to 160 and got his career started there. But, you know, he stayed there and he knocked that motherfucker out, you know. And then after the fact, you know, his team wanted to be crying that Jermall was on steroids and that's why he took a long layoff. And they had all these excuses, you know what I'm saying? All these excuses and people. And then he exploded after the fight because he held it all in. You know, same thing with Jermell Charlo. You know, with Erickson Lubin, you know. Erickson Lubin talked all this shit. He got all the interviews. He was able to come back to New York and speak at the Deontay Wilder Luis Ortiz press conference. He was the one getting all the cover stories and the front to the back page stories, and Jermell Charlo was being disrespected as a champion. He was treated like a third-rate boxer, like he was a guy that was that had inferior competition on his resume, and he was moving up in competition. They treated him like a second-rate stepchild, and Lubin did all this talking like he was supplanted to be the Messiah of 154 pounds. And then he gets knocked out, and what else is there to say, And then they throw chairs at the Charlo camp because they man's got their ass knocked out, and Erickson Lubin. And you act like they not about to be fired up after knocking out two guys talking cash shit, and them not getting their respect in the sport of boxing. Come on now. When you've been pro, since they've been pro since 20 years old, they paid their dues. They moved up slowly. They fought the guys they were supposed to fight. They moved up in competition the right way. It wasn't handed to them. They wasn't just placed to be the number one mandatory for a championship belt. They worked for that shit, And we truly work for some shit. You reap what you sow, and what they sowing is they sowing a whole bunch of foots in motherfuckers' asses, and that's just real talk, and they not playing no games, man. They feel like they should be farther ahead than what they are on the popularity scales, on the promotional scale. And they right, 27, 28 years old, whatever they are, they paid their dues. They ready. They ready for those big fights. Jermell deserves a Miguel Cotto fight. Jermall deserves a Canelo Triple G fight. Those guys' path wasn't coated in silver and platinum and gold. Like Triple G was able to be handed several belts. Like Canelo Alvarez would be able to hand it several gifts. They got theirs the hard way. And when you seeing other guys you think that's inferior to your talent level, and you feel like you work hard and you ready to bubble, of course you're gonna feel the way you feel. Especially when Showtime and the promoters and the networks is disrespecting you, putting a guy that's 18-0 who ain't fought nobody above you. when the guy from Philadelphia talking Cash Money, and you know you better than him, and he talked all the time leading up to the fight, and he was quiet. Same thing with Jermell and Erickson Lubin. He was silent all the way up to the fight, and when he knocked him out and they want to throw chairs, yes, it's time to get grimy. Yes, I'm about to be verbal and assault you right there. I'm gonna let you know what happened. I'm not gonna tell you what's about to happen, but when it happened, I'm gonna tell you after it happened. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way they cut. You know, they wasn't born in no suburban area. They not from Chino Hills, California. They not from some suburb from the East Coast. They from the dirty South. You hear me? You know when you can talk that talk and you can back it up. But if you talk the talk, you can't back it up, then the person you can back it up on, they gonna talk that talk because they backed it up, and that's what they going about, man. They not disrespecting nobody. But a lot of people don't like guys that's brash, especially when they talented and they really, really good, and they tell you they really, really good. It's not like they telling you out of character. They not telling you, oh, I'm this, I'm that. Oh, they whooping ass, and then they telling you what it is after y'all done disrespected them. So I told you guys, I did that video. Y'all gonna respect these Texas boys, man. The Charlo twins, Earl Spence. Y'all gonna respect these boys, man. You gonna put some respect on their name, or they gonna